Okay guys, so this is going to be the strat for the blast furnace. So we have our two sides, so we've got our moon side and our square side. And I don't know if anyone's checked the logs, but the problems we've been having in this fight are people taking friendly fire damage from the bombs. So what I'm going to look at to do to fix this problem is to change the way we do the bombs. And one way I'm going to do this is by assigning people positions on the furnaces to drop off their bombs. So you can actually drop off a bomb here, where the green marker is, where the orange marker is, or a bit over from that actually, about there, and you can put one where the yellow is. So all these bombs are going to hit the furnace, except you will not take friendly fire damage, which is a big thing that's been happening. It's been draining the healer's mana in phase 1. Some other problems I've been seeing on this fight are people's priorities. So when the fight starts, everyone knows that the bellows is the highest priority. As soon as someone gets a bomb on them, the bomb is the highest priority. When the bellows dies, the engineer is the highest priority, and when the engineer dies, the bombs that it drops are the highest priority. These things need to be done in like succinct order. If you see an engineer running off to repair the furnace, you need to interrupt that. So a lot of people have been missing bombs, or maybe they weren't able to interrupt an engineer, whatever. But because of the size of our raid, we can't afford to make these mistakes. On the logs, it said that 30% of the bombs were missed overall in all the encounters, so we really need to fix that. We need to make sure that's pretty much 0. So when on this side, when we did all the bombs correctly, we were able to get 3 bellows, and then there was, I think, 3 security guards alive and 3 engineers. So when that phase is over, everyone knows that we've got to go over here to Skull. We're going to meet up here with all the ads, and then we're going to move slowly over to Moon. If we get volatile fire on us, or if we get a bomb, we need to move out of the raid. And also watch out for bombs on the ground. During the phase 2, the highest priority in phase 2 will be Feldspar. This is because he's going to be the most annoying ad in this phase. He's going to cast slags on the ground and all that shit if we don't kill him. The engineers and the security guards will just die passively. And this has happened every good attempt we've had in phase 2. They've died passively. Feldspar's been about here when he's died, about around this area here. And then we were quickly able to get the slag elemental onto the elementalist and down him before even 2 fire callers spawned. So now we've killed Feldspar. What we want to do now is we want to pull. Ideally we want to have the elemental already on the elementalist, but we want to get the elemental onto the elementalist. We want to interrupt it if it's not moving, because if it's not moving, it's probably casting, and that means someone needs to interrupt it. We need to get it on top, kill it, and then we need to burn the elementalist. In this phase, I'll be bringing the ads over on top of the elementalist so we can actually just cleave them down. They don't actually do anything to the elementalist when they put their shields up, the security guards, whatever. So that's fine, we can just cleave them down like that. Once the elementalist is dead, we kill 2 of the fire callers. Then we rinse and repeat. We take the elemental over to the elementalist, we kill the elemental, burn the elementalist, kill 2 fire callers. During this phase, on the logs I saw a lot of people weren't interrupting the fire callers. I noticed I was, and maybe Mana was as well, I'm not sure if anyone else was, but they actually were able to heal sometimes. This can't happen, so this needs to be a priority. We need to be able to interrupt the fire callers when they cast cauterized wounds. Another problem that we were having in this phase is healers getting fixated by the fire callers, and people running away with the volatile fire and having a fire caller on them and stuff like that. You need to call out your name you have a fire caller on you, just say fire caller on Meow Pop. That way I can know who's got the fire caller on them and I'll be able to quickly pick it up. There's a lot of ads spawning, so you have to be aware that it's a bit difficult to see all the ads and who's got aggro of them. There are 2 tanks, I can't tell if Mana has aggro of the other ad, or if I have aggro of the other ad, or if it's on the statue. So just call out, doesn't hurt. Otherwise, we just repeat this. We interrupt the fire callers, we kill 2 fire callers per elementalist, and we down the elemental. Once we get to this phase, the last elementalist, we can transition. And I'm pretty sure we'll have a lust up by now, so we'll be able to lust again, kill off any ads, and then we can go into phase 3. The only ads we want to kill are the fire callers and the security guards. The slag elementals will not die because every time the heat of the blast furnace explodes, it heals them. So when they die, they get reanimated. What we want to do for this phase is we want to keep the boss around here, around this area, around Moon, but I want range to stand around the edge here. This is because in phase 3, range get a debuff on them called Melt. So here it is. It afflicts a random enemy, causing the floor beneath them to melt. So that's, I'm sure everyone's done alpha or normal mode or whatever. That's that big pool of melt on the ground. So that spawns on the range. So what the range needs to do is, you need to stay out of the melee, and you need to spawn the melt around the edges here, as far away as you can, because we need to have as much room as we can. So what we're going to do then is we're going to pull the boss around this circle here. So we're going to pull him around, and the range are just going to keep spawning melts around the edge. And we'll just keep repeating that until the boss is dead. So this will be the strat for next week, and I hope we can get a bit further with it.